Hey everyone, it's Edgar, also known as DJ Etronik, and I'm here with American Audio today to talk to you about the brand new MXR 10 controller mixer. The 10 MXR is a 10-inch 2-channel MIDI log mixer with analog and MIDI control. It has a built-in DSP D-Core sound card with a 4-in and 4-out audio interface. It has balanced XLR outputs and MIDI navigation control. Also, user-assignable MIDI control buttons to make it easy to customize and play your music. The really cool thing about the 10 MXR is it's very easy to set up and use. So let's get started. Alright, so as you can see, I have my XLR cables, my USB cable, and my power cable ready to go. So let's get started setting this up. I'm going to use my Uni LTS computer stand so I can put my laptop on there so it's not anywhere else that may be a little uncomfortable for me. I have my 10 MXR here and I'll connect the USB. Then I'll connect the power, make sure the unit turns on, and then I'll connect my XLRs. Once I do that, I grab my computer, set it here, connect the USB, and last, get the virtual DJ LE disc that's included in the box. Take the disc out of the sleeve, put it into my computer, and get started with installation. All right, so at this point, simply follow the prompts on your computer and you'll be up and running in no time. Remember, you can use the 10 MXR as a standalone analog mixer to use with your turntables or CD players, or as a standalone controller like we're gonna do in this video. All right, so let's use the MIDI navigation control here to select my track. I'll go onto my desktop and just click on it. I'll scroll down to select whatever folder I want to get into. Once I have my selected folder, I'll click to the right here. As you see, I jump over to the screen where my tracks are. Then once I find the track that I want to load, I'll just highlight it and hit load. And it loads the track, just that simple. So to get started, I'll just press play and my song starts. As you see, we have 2 hot starts here, so I could set up my cue points for the 2 hot starts. Just like that. So now what I'll do is I'll load a track onto the opposite deck and hit load and hit play. So you'll hear there that the songs are kind of mashing up not too well. The great thing about the 10 MXR is you have a sync button right on there, so I'll just push the sync. And if you saw on the software, the 2 waveforms synced together, so it didn't matter if I was crossfading, the sound is going to be clean. The other great thing about the 10 MXR, if you wanted to do any minor pitch adjustments, you could do so. You'll see here on each deck, you have your control for your pitch, which is a minus and a plus. To use those, you simply hold down the shift. And if I wanted to slow down the track, you hear it there, it's slowing down. If I wanted to speed it up, you can hear that it's speeding up. And on the waveforms, you should see that the waveforms sped up also. Okay, so as you see, you have your 2 MIDI log channels. And what those consist of is you have your MIDI log switches. So the switches are, so you can switch from MIDI to analog simply by hitting the switch. You have your gain controls for each of the channels with a 3-band EQ, and the EQs, when they're all the way down, they are EQ kills. And you have your channel faders here, which are smooth, great for mixing, as well as your crossfader, which is good for scratching if you wanted to do that. You have crossfade control, so you can control the slope of your cut. Then you have your microphone input. You have gain control with treble and bass, and a mic on-off switch, which is great for DJs that are using the microphone in their mix. Last on board, we have controls for your headphones. With your headphone control, you can select if you want to hear channel 1 or channel 2. What's great about this is also like a cue mix. You can put the dial here in the center and you can be hearing both sides at one time. And of course, you have your headphone volume control. So your MIDI navigator is great if you want to go through your folders and your tracks. If you see, I'll just click over here to the left And now I can scroll through my folders that are all in my library. And I can go to any folder I like. I'll select this one here. And just to get over to this side to go through my tracks, then I click over to the right. So you gotta just think of it like your folders are on the left, so you gotta click to the left, your tracks are on the right, so you just gotta click to the right. So now that I'm clicked over here, you'll see I use the same navigator to go through my tracks. And once I find the track that I wanna select, I can hit either load A or load B, and it'll load that track to that side. So I'll load it to here, and I'll hit play. Now the great thing about the 10 MXR is it has built-in effects that work with Virtual DJ. So let's go through the effects. To go through the effects, all I gotta do is click on the down. For the down, it works for deck B, and for the up, it works for deck A. So since I'm playing off of deck B, I just click on the down, and now I can go through my effects. Some of the cool effects that it has is like the flange, which you'll hear here. To turn it off, I just push on the button again. Then I also have the double, which is very popular, which pretty much just doubles the effect. Then I also have the backspin, which is very popular, to give it kind of that vinyl feel, like throwing back the turntable. Then I got the beat grid, which you may know with Virtual DJ. The beat grid, you can actually select the buttons you want to turn off the sound. So it gives it kind of that beat juggle sound, which is really cool. So then you also have the break, which works just like a turntable. It'll automatically stop the music. So the great thing about the 10 MXR is it has an onboard filter, which is already built into the unit. So whether you're using music from your computer or an analog input, the filter is ready to go. So what I'll do to activate it is I'll just push down on the button here. When it lights up, my filter is ready to go. So if I go to the left, you'll hear it dropping down there. I'll do it again without talking. Then if I go to the right, it does the high pass. And to turn off, just push on the filter again. So that's the MIDI navigation control and your filter on the 10 MXR. All right, so there you have it, the powerful 10 MXR controller mixer, which has everything you need in an easy to use and easy to set up system. The 10 MXR includes a custom version of Virtual DJ LE software. Don't forget it has a DSP-D core processor built in, and it is Fader compatible if I wanted to replace the Crossfader. And the 10 MXR works with just about every MIDI controller software. I'm Edgar, DJ Etronik with American Audio, and don't forget, you can always check out www.americanaudio.us for updates, product videos, and everything you need to stay on top.